Good afternoon. Welcome to the November 3rd meeting of the Rotary Club of Milledgeville. Please stand, silence your cell phones, and Greg Tyson is our Rotarian of the day.
All right, please join me in prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for this beautiful day and all the many blessings that we receive from you. Lord, we pray for those who are in need. Pray that you'll lift them up, comfort them in their time of need. Thank you for this meal you provided to us today, and the hands who have prepared it. In your name we pray. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And for we test of the things we think, say, or do, first, second, third, and fourth.
And fifth. Thank you. All right. As you sit down, remember the cart buckets. Dump your spare change, please. Thank you, Laura. Greg is busy back there, but are you ready with? Let him do his job right quick, Eric, and then you can finish. Are the tickets back there?
We had several guests, courtesy of Jan, and she will introduce them during her talk. So we are going to get right to the drawing. And we're going to have Tamara take a ticket, hand it to me. I don't have my glasses and I broke them.
My eyes aren't much better. 2792. Mark, yay!
You want me to draw one for you?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. You ready? Yeah, go ahead. Looking for the Queen of Hearts. 9 of Spades. Sorry, Mark. All right. Mark is covering the knee surgery. So
Yes, and it's his first meeting back with us in exactly 2 months. So welcome back, Mark.
Welcome back.
Yeah, don't stand up. Cool. Is William here? No. Are there any prayer requests? Hope not. All right, no prayer requests. That's a good thing. All right, community announcements. Excuse me. No? Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw out one opportunity for you if you would like. Our speaker next week is going to be Dennis Mize from the War Veterans Home. And next Thursday at the War Veterans Home, they're doing a parade with the residents there. The ROTC from Wilkinson County is coming out to help, but they were asking if any of you are available at 10 o'clock next Thursday morning, if you could go over to the War Veterans Home and just help get the veterans out to where the parade is so they can enjoy the parade. If you've got a little extra time, they would appreciate a few extra sets of hands. All right, club business. We have cookies for October birthdays. Lynn Chandler, October 13th.
Thank you.
Yes, these cookies are like small cakes. Tara Dyer, October 8th. Is Tara here? No. All right. James Johnson. No. Crystal's out of town. Kristen is out of town. Eric Walter, 23rd of October. Here. Alicia Jarrett, 7th of October. And Brody Brown, did I see Brody? Did not see him. Whoa, we got a lot of leftover cookies. This is not good. All right, let's see. And I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, my bad. There are apparently September birthdays in here too. Brad Oliver, who is honorary member, me. And yes, I turned 49 years old. Hanging on by a thread. Nick Goebel, who is not with us. Tamara, 28th of September. There you go. And Wes Cummings, is Wes here? No. Wes is out of town. Man, what is everybody out of town this weekend? And Joy Simpson. Joy? No. Well, Pooh. All right. Well, whoever wants cookies, we got leftover cookies. Bring them over there. Okay. You can come get them at the end, just in case some of these people show up. All right. I apologize. I dropped the ball on the conversation we had last week about the holiday baskets, getting that list to you, the sign up list from Norris. I promise I will get that to you this afternoon. But again, just the reminder that we are putting together the baskets on Saturday, the 19th. And it's not just about us coming together to put these baskets together and then expecting somebody else to take care of delivering them. This year, we really want you to put some thought into somebody you know that needs a basket. And it might be somebody that doesn't necessarily qualify for government support. It can be a neighbor, somebody in your church, one of your coworkers or a coworker's family member that's just struggling right now. We want you to make sure you put their name down on the list, but also you take the responsibility of getting that basket to them. So Norris and I will be getting that information to you today, I promise. Won't do it again. It is getting into the time of year where organizations are needing a little bit of help at the end of the year. So the board has approved a few donations in the past week outside of our regular board meeting. So we gave $500 to the Family Treatment Center, which will go towards a breakfast with Santa for children. And then also related to the War Veterans Home, we're giving $500. The donation will actually go to the Milledgeville Garden Club. It'll be a partnership with the Garden Club to make sure that the veterans at the War Veteran Home will all get a handmade, hand-signed Christmas card with hopefully $10 cash in there so that they can actually go to the commissary and buy a little something for themselves during the holidays or whenever they want. So that's 2 donations that we've made in the past week. Any questions about those?
Is that November the 19th?
Yes, for the baskets at Lakeview Academy. I believe so. Got it. All right. Any questions? Anything? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Not according to my list. Okay. All right. Our speaker for today was not able to make it. The gentleman was speaking on school safety, but luckily Jan saved us, and Jan is going to talk to us. We'll have a little commercial break here.
It's not.
Are we okay now?
I think so.
Hey, great to be about Interact because October 31st through November 6th is World Interact Week. So this was very timely to be able to come And I want to go ahead and give you a few facts about Interact first, and then we're going to introduce your Baldwin High School Interact Club. So, not too long ago, I had a Rotarian say, exactly what is Interact? And I said, give me 10 minutes and I'm going to tell you what it is. So what is Interact? What do you, anybody want to hazard a guess what it is besides Jennifer? No, nobody knows what Interact Club is. Oh, man. All right, it's a service club for ages 12 through 18. So we do middle school and we also do high school. And just this year, we have actually started Early Act, which is your primary and elementary schools. Okay. This is a new district initiative brought by District Governor Heather. And the only so far Early Act club that we have in our district is Perry. And of course, that's District Governor Heather's home club. So, but we also have a lot of interest in Early Act. And the middle school Interact clubs are starting to grow even more. So we're getting to these students to teach them about Rotary as early as kindergarten. So what Interact does is it connects young people to serving communities, learning about the world, and of course, having fun. They're all sponsored by a Rotary Club, and we act as mentors. And you can have a community, and they do community and international projects. That's one of the requirements for an Interact Club. They must do one service project for either their school and or community, and they must do one international project. And a lot of people will say, well, how can we do an international project? I mean, these students can't travel, they can't be on a friendship exchange team, they're high schoolers, middle schoolers, and you just can't take them out of school for 2 weeks and send them somewhere across the sea so that they can do something international. But we have a lot of Interact clubs worldwide, and I'm going to get into that in just a moment. And we team up with clubs. I had the privilege of being able to go to Puerto Rico and Jamaica a couple of years ago, and we had 2 interactors, or actually they were Rotaractors. They had just finished school and they were in the Rotaract Club at their colleges now, and they teamed up with a high school Interact Club in San Juan and did a project. So we have the availability with all this technology, and when it works well, to go ahead and get these high school students, middle school students to go ahead and meet and become friends with students from around the world. Most of the Interact clubs are school-based, which of course is what your club is. But you can also have a community-based Interact club. And these are, once again, they have to be students from ages 12 to 18, but they don't have to be from the same school. They can just have a common interest, and they can form a community Interact club with that. And you can also have homeschool students in that one. What do you think the benefits would be for our youth, our high school, middle student, by having this Interact club? Anybody want to hazard a guess? We're a quiet group. Wow. All right. They connect with community and international leaders. They take action to make a difference. And I'm going to tell you what the Baldwin High School students are going to be doing. They discover new cultures, obviously, by connecting with international Interact. They promote international understanding. Okay? They become a leader in their school and community. And best of all, they have fun. They make new friends around the world. And what this does for the Interact students as they grow older, if you look, and we have 3 of our students right now, the 3 of the 4 officers, these students are going to become tomorrow's parents. and maybe a parent to one of your grandchildren. Okay? They're going to be professionals and leaders in this community or in another community where they go. They're going to gain tools and skills to develop into responsible, productive members of society. And it'll also help them learn to confront issues that they face as adults. And we all know there's a whole lot of issues in this world right now. And these students are going to be able to help with these issues. Worldwide, and there is a worldwide Interact Association, which I was told I now belong to. So they have, but worldwide we have 342,953 interactors. That's a whole lot. There's 14,911 clubs in 145 different countries. In our zone, which is 3334, we actually belong to zone 34, but we team up with 33. I was unable to get numbers for zone 33, but for zone 34, which is Georgia, Florida, and the Caribbean, we have 636 Interact clubs just in our little section of the country. So it certainly is nothing that's just a little bit here and there. It's definitely worldwide. And in District 6920, anyone want to take a guess? What? District 6920, we have 60 clubs. We have 34 clubs in our district alone. And that includes our New Baldwin, and it includes one at St. Andrews and at Millen. And 2 of those clubs are middle school clubs. So we have 2 middle school, 32 high school. Ms. Christina, are your students, are they through eating yet, or they're okay? I can fill in a little time if we need. They, of course, they have to attend classes, and they only had permission to get out of school from X time to X time. So I wanted to give them time to eat. Does anybody have any quick questions about Interact right now while they're just finishing up there a little bit?
Then we're at the conference like question, this conference, do they have their own, when they get together?
Some countries do. Our district does not, but I'm pushing Heather to have a portion of our district conference set aside for Interact. So she and I have had 2 conversations so far, and Erin's not here, is she? Of course, she's the conference chair. So we're pushing that to at least have a portion of our district conference set aside for our Interact groups, because we have awards to give out. They do, there is a zone 3334 award, which this club, our club's only a month old. Okay, and it's already met 2 of the 10 requirements for the zone 3334 awards. And there's also a Rotary citation that comes from Rotary International that they can also get. And I think they've met one requirement of that already. They don't even know they've met it, but you now have met one of the requirements. So, you know, this is a club that's on, we wait. I'm gonna tell you about this club. Okay, Miss Christina, why don't you come on up with the students and with Major, and I'm gonna have them introduce themselves. And the students are gonna tell what their name, what year they're in at school, what office they hold, and what they would like to do. I think they're all of these are seniors. Seniors, okay, what they would like to do. And then we're gonna give them a little pin for their office. Okay, Miss Christina.
Okay. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christina Rogers, so I'm the Career Technical Instruction Coordinator at the high school. So my main function is to assist the students in figuring out what they would like to do and ability and interest together. So we do a lot of testing in ninth grade. They pick a career pathway and they can change their career pathway one time. So we try to get them to stick with something and they take 3 courses within that career pathway. But in ROTC major will tell you it's actually 4 levels in ROTC. But other career pathways, it's 3 separate courses, 3 different levels. And then they take what's called an end of pathway assessment and they can get accreditation for some sort of fields. Like we offer healthcare science. And if you do the first 2 healthcare sciences, which Michaela has done, you could then go into the certified nursing assistant program with Central Georgia Tech. They actually come and teach it on our campus. And we have welding and a few other partnerships with them. So I try to get the students to have as much as possible before they graduate, so that by the time they get out into the big world, they have more than just a high school diploma. High school diploma, of course, is our goal, but anything in addition is wonderful. I primarily work with students with disabilities, but any student that comes up to me, scholarships, college applications, job applications, anything like that, I tell them that I'm kind of like a career counselor. Yes, I'll help you with that. So that, there's no stigma or anything like that. Our students are really active. Like Ms. Horton said, these students are also in my student organization at the school. We have a career tech student organization, and they're able to go to fall leadership, which is going to be the 17 and 18 at Great Wolf Lodge in LaGrange. So 2 of you are going to that, and 6 more that are back at the school. I'm bringing 8. I think 1 didn't make it because of grades. Okay, 7. But so we'll stay overnight in a nice hotel, and it will be like this: a dinner that's a business dinner. And I'll never forget, I had a football player when I was in Macon at Central, and he was sitting there and he had the salad, and he said, "Oh, Miraj, you're gonna have to order me some pizza. This is not going to do it." I said, "Just wait, they're going to bring more food out." He hadn't been to that kind of dinner before. And then like here with the multiple forks, I have a diagram and we share it and talk about it before. It's like, okay, this is your salad fork, which I actually didn't obey today, but this is your salad fork and this is your dinner fork and things like that. And then we have, and it's a big conference, so they have state officers and they talk about the year, and we donate money to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and things like that. So the student organization I already had had a lot of service involved with it. So when Mr. Flanders put out the email saying that I knew Rotary because I grew up in Canada. So I was like, I know what Rotary is. Yes, I even knew some Rotary members. So I knew it was a wonderful organization. So I said, yes, I'll do it. And he was like, you already have 1. And I was like, yeah, that's okay. And so I said, bring it. So I've been working with them. And I didn't know that we made all of these games. So we did stay after the first meeting, and we did fill out the paperwork to become an official chapter and things like that. My secretary, who actually didn't make it because he went to class, and then the teacher said they didn't have a note that he was leaving, but he's very diligent. He's very diligent. He's been taking the minutes, sending them to me the next day for revision. So we have a really great group of young people here. 2 are seniors, and then Jeremiah is a junior, which I can tell you. And I think Philip I think he may be a 10th grader. So we're still, and students approach me every day. When's that meeting going to be? And I said, email me and I'll add you to it, because we also did a Google Meet for the students that were going to have trouble with transportation, so that they could watch it virtually and be a member. So we do have the 8 members actually on roster now, but lots of other people are approaching me. So I think we're going to grow. Our school is really big on service, so they are interested in giving back to the community. And sometimes they don't have a lot themselves, but they're still willing to share. So I'm hoping that you guys are going to have great Rotarians in the future. So I will let my right-hand woman here tell you who she is. The advisor can.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michaela Green, and I am the the Baldwin president of Interact.
Yeah.
And what is that one?
She's also president of my student organization, so that's why I was like, what am I president of? Like, so. You. You're still.
Well, I'm graduated in 2023.
Yes.
And I want to be a medical assistant.
Well, like your brother-in-law like that, that's why you want to do it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Why do you want to be a medical assistant? Why do you like to work?
Well, I want to be a medical assistant because I want to help people, like the sick people. I want to help them. And, I'll, be there, to lift them up when they, in their bad moments. I don't feel like nobody there for them. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I am a senior and I'm the vice president for Rotary in Baldwin High School. And I plan on doing computer science after I graduate.
What do you think about those schools?
Cool. I've been thinking about going to Kennesaw.
And just as an aside for Daniel, my son was one of his teachers and he went to Kennesaw too.
Tell me Georgia State.
Okay, my name is Jeremiah Lawrence. I'm a junior at Baldwin High School. I'm a graduate from Baldwin High School, and I want to go to the Navy. Just do like weather and stuff.
Okay, the weather, the meteorology is. I'm telling your role. Who are you?
I am Jose Texador. I'm a retired major, United States Marine Corps, retired in 1996. And basically, it's been a great haul since that time. I had the golden opportunity to teach at Penn State University. I taught there 15 years before they fired me. I get fired from a lot of jobs. Served as a defense counsel in the Marine Corps, which is why I get fired from a lot of jobs. Anyway, I got into the JROTC business after learning how to drive a tractor trailer. I always wanted to know how to drive a tractor trailer. In fact, when I was driving a tractor trailer in Arizona, I got the call from the petty officer here. He said, "Are you still certified?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Would you like to be the JROTC instructor at Baldwin High School?" And I said, "Where is Baldwin?" "Milledgeville." "Where is Milledgeville?" And engaged in that conversation. I said, "Let me pray on it for about 24 hours. So the Lord said it was time to come to Milledgeville. So here I am. I offer students as many opportunities, or at least keep their minds open as to what's available out there. And I've had a glorious, glorious, glorious life. Great times. One cannot beat it. Life is great. You don't know unless you drive a tractor trailer on the road. Then you realize, wow, what a great country. Okay, so don't hold back. That's what I'm trying to tell these kids. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Golden opportunities are out there. There's a little boy from the South Bronx in New York City. And look where I am now. Who knows where I'll be next? Because it never ends. Never ends. And when he says it's time to go elsewhere, I will go elsewhere and serve whatever I have to serve. Right now, I'm with kids trying to open up their minds to what's available to them. Make sure that they take advantage of everything that they have. That's my goal. And that's what I do all the time. I'm watched 24 hours a day by them because I got to set an example. I always have to be sharp in uniform. I always have to fit into my uniform. And miraculously, I've been fitting into my uniform since 1978. So things are looking good.
Other than that, I can tell you that it's a pleasure, it's a joy to work with the kids. The kids are there for one reason only, and that is to get them through, make sure they understand all the opportunities that are out there, and then show them the way. Any questions?
Thank you for your service.
And did you want to take a picture?
Do you want to be in front of the Rotarian? Yeah. Let's come right this way.
Sure.
Sorry, I don't smile.
Alright.
Not allowed to smile.
Everybody, ready? So 1, 2, 3, Rotary. Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I don't think Major told what he's gonna be doing with Interact Club. Many of the students are in the junior NROTC. Make sure I had all my letters in the right order. So he is gonna be just part of our supervisory consulting, whatever we need him for. So he offered to do that when he heard about the club and said, oh, I want to be part of the Interact Club and see what the guys are doing. So a little bit about the Baldwin High School Interact Club. We had our first meeting September 28th. Okay, so really not too long ago. And we had 6 members. As Ms. Christina said, we now have 8 official members. But on her last email that she sent to me, I counted a total of 22 students that are interested. And more. So, I mean, that is a phenomenal growth for a brand new club, just getting started to have that many students. Usually it takes 2-3 years sometimes to get that number of students. So I mentioned a little bit earlier that they have to do a service project, at least one service project. And we talked on our first meeting about different service projects they can do, and they are going to be helping us with our Thanksgiving basket project. And I don't know how many others. Unfortunately, I was out of town last week and had to miss the meeting. So, but there are a number of other service projects that they have expressed an interest in doing for the community. So I think we'll probably see a lot of them, and a lot of them not only in the community, but also helping us out as a club. For their international project, this is what they have chosen, okay? They would like to help the flood victims in Nigeria. Oh, this is what they are interested in doing. So I have started the wheels going to get in touch with some clubs in Nigeria, some Rotary clubs, because we have to do everything through Rotary. We can't just go out on our own. So I've made contact with Rotary International and with a couple other district directors. And we're going to get in touch with some of the clubs in Nigeria. I think they have like 50 clubs in Nigeria alone. And we will team up with a Rotary club that has an Interact club there that is interested in teaming up with this group to do some type of project. We're not sure yet, and we won't know until we can actually talk with them to either raise money or do something to help with these flood victims in Nigeria. So that'll be their international project. I'm proud of them. So any questions? Anybody want? Yes, ma'am.
You're talking about the different service projects they're interested in. Is there some way that we can include that so that we know what y'all have up and coming? So as they support us, we can support them.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Can we trust you to?
Yeah.
Liaison for us?
Yeah, part of what I'll do is either through Jennifer or just announce at a meeting here, hey, Interact is gonna do this, or they want to join. Because as we do our projects, I'm letting them know what we're doing. And as they do their projects, we talked about doing some projects in nursing homes. Also reading in the school system, reading to the younger kids. Probably most of you know how the schools are set up. You've got a whole bunch of schools on Blandy and then Baldwin High. So it'd be easy for them to go to either of the primary schools there or to go to the middle school there, probably the primary school, to go ahead and read. But they're interested in reading to the students. And I've actually forgotten some of the other parts. We must have talked about 10, 12 different potential community projects that they could do. So, any other questions? Yes.
What kind of projects do they, I mean, it's like we got the Christmas basket project in the 2 weeks.
That's what you said they want to help out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're gonna help with the Thanksgiving project. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Well, thank all of y'all for coming today from the high school and the new Interact Club. It's very exciting. I have no experience with Interact with any of my time in Rotary, and even I don't think my high school had one either. So this is really exciting for me. So I'm really enjoying it. Okay, the thought for today is tell me and I'll forget, show me and I may not remember, involve me and I'll understand. Y'all gonna have a great week.